and welcome back to Emily Cat 176. It's Monday. Oh, my hair's all sticking up. How are we all? I hope you've had a good weekend. I am going to be talking about yet another film I've seen recently. I've got a feeling I'm going to be seeing more films this year, and I think it's going to be just as good as it was last year. So, last year I saw 12 films, and there was only one that I really wasn't that keen on. And the films I've seen this year, the one I wasn't keen on was Wuthering Heights. But last Tuesday I went and saw Blue Moon. Yet another film that came out in America in late October. We're seeing it here in Australia in February. I wish we didn't have to wait so long to see films, but we do. So for people who don't know about Blue Moon, most people have heard of Rodgers and Hammerstein. Now, I absolutely love musical theatre. I've said that before, and I think everyone who knows musical theatre knows Rodgers and Hammerstein. But before that, it was Rodgers and Hart. And the Hart part of that collaboration was Lorenz Hart. They had met when they were younger. Rodgers was the music, Hart was the lyrics. Now, you might not have heard of him, but you've heard some of the songs that he has written. Blue Moon, which of course is what the film is named after. The Lady is a Tramp. Now, I think Frank Sinatra... Did Frank Sinatra do that? I think he did. But, I mean, they're just two of his songs that he actually wrote the lyrics for. And this is crooked again. Oh, dear. Oh. Let's hope that stays there. So the film starred Ethan Hawke. Now, I don't know if I've ever seen Ethan Hawke in any films, but oh my goodness, in this film, he has been nominated for quite a few awards, and let me tell you, they're well deserved. I thought he did a wonderful performance. Bobby Cannavale played the bartender at Sardi. Margaret Qualley played Elizabeth, and Patrick Kennedy played E.B. White. So the premise of the film is that this is the opening night of Oklahoma, and this is the first musical that Rodgers has collaborated with Hammerstein, not Hart. Of course, Oklahoma is a huge success, but in the film, there's meant to be a party at Sardi. Sardi is apparently a very well-known, is it a club or a restaurant in New York? I'm not sure what it is, but that's where all the action for the night takes place, apart from at the start when there's an alleyway. But what's this film about? It's about Lorenz Hart. Lorenz Hart, a very sad person. People who met him said you could feel the sadness in him. And this film, I think, is mainly about human emotions, because Lorenz Hart, he is the one that's being left behind. And there is a scene in the film that really, I think, shows this very clearly. There's a staircase with a platform in it, and Rodgers and Hart are standing talking on the platform. And Rodgers has to go upstairs because that's where the party is. And what happens is he goes up to the party, Lorenz goes back down to the bar. And you could see that's the whole premise of the film. Rodgers is going to go up and on to more success, and Hart's, he's been left behind. It was I thought it was a really good film. And Ethan Hawke, oh, I think he played this character with a lot of sensitivity, and with a forlorn. There was something forlorn about the character, and I think we've all experienced this. You're being left behind, whether it's romantic relationships, friendships, whatever. You know that feeling where you have been left behind. And it was interesting because the film was written by Robert Kaplow, and I saw an interview that he'd done, and he was talking about how he had listened to a long interview that Richard Rodgers gave later in life, and he spoke about Hart in such a cold way, and Kaplow said he felt that he just would not admit that there was sadness about the way this collaboration had broken. He said it was quite chilling the way he spoke about Hart. And I mean, Lorenz Hart, he did suffer from depression. He was an alcoholic, and that would actually kill him, because he was born in 1895 and he died in 1943. And the film starts in this snowy, wet alleyway, and he's obviously drunk and he falls over. And he actually passed away a few months after the opening of Oklahoma. E.B. White, he was a celebrated children's author, and he's put in the bar. It's not a historical film. It's not. I think what this film sets out to convey is the breakup of a collaboration and all the human emotions that go into that. And as I said, I think they all played their parts well. Bobby Cannavale, he's the bartender who doesn't want to serve him any more alcohol because he knows he's an alcoholic, and he's trying to stop him drinking, you know. Margaret Qualley, she played Elizabeth. She's the student, tall blonde student that Lorenz absolutely loves, and he's their mentor. But again, she leaves to go to another party with Rodgers, leaving Hart on his own. It was really good. I thought it was really good. Well written and very well performances by everyone there. As I said, I don't think I've seen Ethan Hawke in anything before, but I think he does deserve awards for this because, as I said, I think he got the essence of the character perfectly right. And as I said, throughout the film, you can feel the sadness radiating from him. And apparently this is what it was like in real life. Oh, who was it? Someone said of him that she said he was the saddest person she'd ever met. Now, you might think that this is a depressive film, but to me, this is what filmmaking is about. And these are the sorts of films I really like. I was first drawn to it because, as I said, I knew who Lorenz Hart was. I said any of us that love musical theatre will know who Lorenz Hart was. A really celebrated lyricist, but his life was so sad. And this was, okay, it was an imagined evening. He apparently did attend the opening night of Oklahoma, but they don't think he went to any party. But this film has been written in such a way that it shows, as I said, there is a sadness at the core of the film because of the sadness of heart. And as I said, that very human emotion when you're left behind. And as I said, I think every one of us will know what that's like. So what would I give it? I'd give it 4.5 out of 5. I thought it was that good. We had to wait, and I'm glad we got to see it. I just wish we would get the films when they're first released, but we don't, so you got to accept that. And again, I got talking to the people around me. We all thought it was very good. It was a very good film. And I've got a feeling that a lot of the films I see this year will be like that. So let me know if any of you have seen this film. As I said, I like Oklahoma because I like music. Well, I love musical theatre. I've said that before. I love musical theatre. And you look at musical theatre and you think about all the collaborations that have been in musical theatre. Rodgers and Hammerstein, they actually recreated musical theatre. But, I mean, even Cats. Now, who's the one? What's his name? I've gone blank. Tim Rice was the lyricist who worked with... I've gone blank. What's his name? The one that did Cats and Phantom of the Opera and all that. Oh, dear. Isn't that terrible? Even Les Miserables, one of the most famous musicals of all time. One did the music, one did the lyrics. And we're talking about art here as well. And can I suggest, if you are interested, go back and actually read the words of the songs that he wrote, because there is a sadness in that as well. Really interesting. It was really interesting film. As I said, well written and well performed. Okay, so as I said, I'm really looking forward to this year with films because I think there's been some really good ones come out. I've got my movie club, of course, and there's already another one that I'm thinking of going and seeing. There was a time there where I didn't think there were many good films coming out, and of course, yes, there's still the Marvels and franchise films, and there's nothing wrong with them. As I've said before, if you want to go and see them, you go and see them, and I hope you enjoy them. But I think there are more coming out that are like this one. Really good. Really good. Okay, so that's it for Monday. As I said, another good film, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye.